What's arising? I received a DM of a gentleman who had a question and wanted my advice about one of my favorite topics ever, which is music. So I'll be more than happy to give you advice. Hopefully it helps. This gentleman wanted to ask how to become a black rock musician. No one wants to help him. No one wants to support him. He wants to start a 6-piece all black gumbo rock band. First of all, it seems like you want to jump from nothing or from start to stardom. And that's just not the way it works in whatever industry that you're in, unless you really just have, I'm not saying it's impossible, but unless you really just had that spot on of fortune, it doesn't really work that way. I do understand that you have lost your drive. You don't really have a motivation to keep going or to really try to figure this out. So hopefully this advice helps. Number one, I want you to remember what made you want to do music in the first place. After you do that, number two, I want you to then remember what inspired you to do rock music. And then number three, where do you want to be in the long run? Because not everybody has the same outcome of what they want to do. It could be in the same industry, but not everyone wants to be Beyonce. Not everyone wants to be Rihanna. Some people are just happy at being a low-key independent, just living off of their music kind of thing. So definitely consider where you want to be in the long run, and those three things will help you out. If you have nothing else to motivate you, to drive you, you remember what made you want to do it in the first place. You remember what made you love this particular thing, this being a black rock musician. I do want to let you know you automatically have an advantage because you are of melanin. I'm not going to say it's not common amongst blacks, but this is a genre that we are not really dominating in. Of course, you have your heavy hitters like your Chuck Berry, your Prince, your Jimi Hendrix, Little Richard, Slash, Lenny Kravitz, Living Color, Fishbone. You definitely have your heavy hitters of rock music that are of color, but it is still not all that dominated in the black community. And as you keep doing this, you're going to figure out what little twists, what little niches, what little things you can do to be different or to stand out by you being a black rock musician. As far as the support factor, listen, I completely understand 150%, 200%, and how it feels that no one is supporting you. You just feel like no one is really there in your pocket or really just coming out to see you or just trying to help you or just give you that kind of nudge. I understand that completely. Trust me, it is more common than you think. Not everybody has a following, especially starting off. But I need you to understand, if you are good at what you do, and hear me when I say this, if you are good at what you do, show it. You have to work at it. It's not going to fall in your lap. No one is going to hand it to you. It's not going to come on a plate. You have got to pick up your hands, get off your butt, and do some work. You have to think each day, what can I do to have progress in being a black rock musician? It can be little small things. It doesn't have to be grand steps. You can get a camera. Heck, you can even get your phone. So many people record on their phones, it's not even funny. And I know you have a phone because you DM me, and you cannot DM me on Twitter on your computer, I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, but more than likely you have a phone. You don't need a really expensive camera. You don't need a whole production set. You need to get recordings or videos showing what you can do. Whether if you even start off just audio recording, you need to have something to put out there so people can see, because if people don't see you, then of course they're not going to be there to support you or anything. I'll probably say, 3 to 5 videos really to have a good start off. You honestly don't really need that much, because if I've seen videos, they're just one hit and that is it, like they take off. But in your case, I feel that you definitely need to put some work behind it. So I would say 3 to 5 videos. If you are good, Whenever you get those videos out, start looking at collabs, email, write people, reach out to people who are other musicians that you feel want to review your work, or feel that even wants to work with other people, because I'm sure, I am 100% sure there are other people in your position. They are looking for someone to work with, to collab with. You'll be so surprised. Get projects together. And when I say projects, I don't mean money that you have to spend to get a whole album together, to get a whole, you don't need all of that. First of all, this is a great thing to do to keep you going, to keep your mind going, and to keep you in line that you are progressing or what you want to be. After all of that, it gets into how to promote or market yourself. But that's a whole nother discussion. Right now, we're just trying to get you off the ground. If no one wants to support or help you, you do it until people see you. You be your own support, you be your own drive, your own motivation. As I said, you remember what made you love this in the first place. What made you want to pick up a guitar, and what made you want to play certain chords to be a rock musician. And this advice, these tips that I'm giving you, it is exactly what I'm doing. It helps. It works, but you have to know, you have to lift your fingers and make the effort. I hope this helps you out. If you have any other questions, please let me know. Until then, see you guys in the next video. Thank you for clicking. Peace.
Fit me like a puzzle piece. Be the jig to my saw. Be the inhale to my X. Breathe out while I breathe in. Be the fit to my diamond.